Hi, welcome back to this video again in the series of our continuation of what we have done earlier. You recall that we started this section with looking at coming up with the architectural drawing on how to mount an EFS system on two EC2 Linux instances, and where the purpose and aim is for us to be able to create a file at the end of the day, an EFS file, and be able to access the same file from any of the EC2 instances which has been mounted at different within the same region but different availability zone. So now that we have created in the last video, we have been able to create two active EC2 instances running currently. We have been able to create our security groups. We have been able to create the EFS file system. But we mentioned that we need to create a rule for our security system so that both the two Linux instances that we created, as well as the EFS file system, can accept traffic from each other. So now what we need to do very quickly, the next step in this series of video, is for us to go to our security group. Let's go to under network and security and make necessary modifications to our rules so that traffic can be accepted in both instances. So if we don't do this, we won't be able to actually do that. So for the first time, let's go for the security group for the two instances. Now I've selected this. And let's go to the inbound rules. Let's go to the inbound rules. Click on the inbound rules. We have the inbound rule. You can see we don't have any rules there. And let's click on edit. Let's edit the inbound rule and let's add a rule. Now the rule we're adding here will be let's on the type. Let's select SSH. Don't forget our architectural drawing shows that we need SSH 22 because that is what we need to be able to deal with that SSH 222 for our EC2 instance. And let's select anywhere for this, and we can name this SSH connection so as to be able to create connect to our Linux instances. So let's save the rules. Yeah, we have been able to save the rules here. So the next one is also to go to the security group for the EFS. But in this regard, also let's go to the inbound rule, edit inbound rule, add the rule. But there is a slight difference from what we did earlier. The rule we have here is NFS. We need here is NFS rule system. And in doing that, let's create, so we need to select NFS. NFS, do we have anything of such? Right there. And the port range is 2049. And we now need, in this regard, the last one we select anywhere. But we need, in this regard, we only want our file system to accept only traffic from any of the two EC2 instances, not from anywhere. So in this case, we need to select our Linux EC2 Linux instance security group. This is the only group. This is only where we want our EFS file system to be able to accept traffic. Yeah. So, and we do this as NFS for NFS connection. And that means our EFS file will only accept connection from our EFS system and save the rule. So we'll be able to modify this rule. And now we can go to EC2 console. We can go to EC2. No, we can go. The next step in this process is now to go to EFS. Now, because we'll be able to mount these files successfully. And now let's go back to the EFS file that we have created. So I think we have the EFS file right here. So we can refresh to see what we have here. On the EFS file, let's select the demo EFS. From selecting this demo EFS, we can now fill the entire details. Let's fill the details. And now let us now attach. Click on attach. Now this shows this will now be mounted via DNS, and already take note of the our EFS ID right here. We'll be needing it by the time we launch the tools, our two Linux EC2 system. So just take note of this, and we'll be coming back to this subsequently. So now we need to now launch our EC2 instance. Let's go back to this place. We can launch our EC2 instance right from here. We can connect from here, and but I think let's try to launch our EC2 instance through Apache file system. And so in this regard, let's see PuTTY. Let's type PuTTY to our start. PuTTY. We have PuTTY app. We have PuTTY gen. Let's do the PuTTY gen. Let's go to from the PuTTY gen. Let's click on file system, because we want to convert our key. Load the private key, and from desktop. Let's see what we have here. The most latest of it all. Let's see the most. No. Let's sort by the most modified. So what do we have here? Now all files. Let's select all files. This is our key. EC2 Linux KPE. Now click on the file. Click open. Now click OK. Now so we can click yes and click OK, and we can now save the private key. Save the private key. Click on this place. Click on yes, and now we want to save this with the same name. What do we call it? I think we have EC2. I think this is the key name. We use the EC2 Linux instance, but now in this regard, we are changing this to, we are saving it as PPK file. So let's save it again back to the desktop. PPK file simply means PuTTY private key file, and click on the next thing is we have saved the private key. Click yes, name, and we have named this. So now that we have done this, we can close this tab. So yes, our key is on the desktop. So let's go back again to start, and let's locate because we're trying to launch our Linux instance through Apache store. So now let's go here. Now we go to start. Our host name is EC2 as user at, and let's go to EC2 now. So this is our Linux instance 1, I guess. Let's see which one is 1. Yes, 1. And let's see, let's open it up. Yeah, here we are. So now this is the public address that we need. Let's copy this public address. Copy it. and paste it here. Let's paste it. Yeah, so then let's save these. Let me delete our existing save sections. I have some of them before, and let's name these EC2 Linux instance 1. And now we have done this. Let's click on save. Now after we have done this, click on save, let's click on this and let's go to SSH. Let's click on authentication. Let's click on authentication and let's browse this file. We are browsing for our key. Let's select the PPK file, then click open. Let's move this a bit up. Let's click open and let's click open and let's click yes. That is our EC2 Linux instance 1. You can see the IP address. You can see the private IP address showing this is our EC2 instance 1. Let's also quickly get the second Linux instance. Since I'm using the same PPK key for both of them, I'm just, in this regard, I don't need to convert any key the second time. I'll just go to putty app again. I'll just put a putty app again, but in this time I need to open instance 2 to get the key. Let's double click this. Right there we have it. So now we have to do EC2 user at the IP address of the EC2 instance. So, and where's the IP address? We can find this, right, the public IP address, right? We can find it right there. So copy this, paste here. Let's name our saved section and let's say EC2 Linux instance 2. So let's save, click on this, let's go to SSH connection, let's authenticate this, let's select the key PPK file, let's open it, and click yes. Right there we have our second section. So we have the first Linux instance and we have the second Linux instance. Now we have been able to start our two powerful virtual machines, and the next thing to do is for us to mount our EFS on this instance. So let's follow the process again, and please follow me and monitor the step process so that you don't miss anything. So now the first thing we need to do is let's type for the first instance, let's have sudo. I think the first instance is closed. We need to do it again. Sudo yum install y Amazon EFS utilities. Yeah, so under Linux instance 2, we'll be able to mount the utility package for the Amazon. Unfortunately, the first instance has stopped unexpectedly, and it's in active mode. So let's shut it down and relaunch again. Let's see what happens to it. Again, let's go back to the first Linux instance. Let's see, open it up. Let's go to PuTTY app. Right there, I have Linux instance 1 already. Let's go to SSH and let's go to authentication. I just need to get the key, open it up and launch it. Oh, okay, so let's see what we need to do again. Let's try it all over again. PuTTY, right? We need PuTTY. On the other hand, let's delete Linux instance 1. So I can do EC2 user at, what's the public IP? This is the public IP address. Let's do this, relaunch, save section, EC2 Linux instance 1. So I need to save, click on 1, let's SSH, authenticate, open this open, and our Linux EC2 is back. Let's see what is now happening here. So let's install the utility package, sudo yum install h1 Amazon EFS utilities. Okay, so we have the utility package installed for both instances. So let's do something again. So let's create, now that we have successfully installed the utility package, let's create a directory in both EC2 Linux instance 1 and 2. Let's do mkdir EFS. So now that this is done, let's do ls. So we have EFS in 1. Let's check what we're in here to. Let's do remote close connection unexpectedly. Okay, there is no problem. I will close one PuTTY and I will launch the second Linux instance. Let's launch Linux instance 2 from EC2 instance connect. So connect. While we have PuTTY for 1, we have this for the one of them. So let's see. So this is our second Linux instance. So let's see. Wow. Why is this getting close unexpectedly? So okay, no problem. We'll see what we are doing. This is okay. Now she's let's go back to our instance. Let's launch. Oh, we actually launched the second one again. So let's see. Let's launch the first one again. and see what we have. So let's connect. Let's connect through EC2 instance connect, and what do we have here? So we said ls. So we have been able to create this in EFS. We have been able to create the file directly in EFS. This is 2. This is 2, and this is 1. 87, 10, 101, 180, 180. It's the same one, right? So let's do another thing in this directory. Let's do let's type sudo now I want to mount t EFS TLS, and don't forget that here now we can go to our EFS file system. I think we can come here and go to attach system, then copy our file and paste. So yes, we have this now because we just pasted the file ID. I told you about this earlier on. Now let's do another thing. Let's type ls by cd EFS. We want to create another directory within the EFS, and type cdfs and type sudo touch hello what want to create it. Let's create a txt file, and let's type ls. We now have this file in this directory. So now that we have been able to do this in Linux instance 1, let's see what this is. Our Linux instance 1. Let's see what we can do, what is obtainable in Linux instance 2. So let's connect using since this is failing us. Again, let's try putty again for this file. While one is on this, let's try putty hub. Let's use a party, just putty hub for the second Linux instance. Let's select this again. We need to do EC2 user at which is the host address. Right, paste, authenticate, select the file key, ppk fee is, and open. Now let's see what we have here. So don't forget, we need to also mount. We are trying to mount the file. So the first thing we need to do, I think we have installed the sudo. Did we install the utility package? I think we did, but let's see. Let's do it again. Let's do sudo yum install Amazon EFS utilities. Oh, so excellent. Loaded pieces, no package available. So now we can now do mkdir EFS. We can now type ls. Now we have EFS available. So now that so we need to mount our EFS IP on this address. So we now need to do sudo mount TEFS or TLS, and now let's get the EFS ID, which is this. Let's copy the EFS ID and paste it here. Yeah, copyright. So let's do it again. Sudo so TLS, and let's now copy this again, copy and paste. Great, now we have this, and the next thing we need to do is check this. So now we have mounted. We have been able to mount successfully the EFS for both instances. So let's create a directory. So let's type cd EFS. Yes. So let's check what we have here. So we have ls. don't know why this is hanging up. So let's, what is this? Yeah, okay, so let's do CD. Wow, this is gone. It's inactive. No wonder we can't do that. So let's see why is this failing? Why is this failing for us? Okay, so I need to see how this, what is this? Okay, what I'm trying to do was, I don't want to terminate this video now. I just want us to confirm that we have been able to successfully mount this video. Wow, the system is hanging. Oh, good.